Hey everyone. Oh, it's a little dark in here. God, I hate that. Okay, now a little bit better. Alright. My lipstick is kind of fading away, but at this moment I really don't care. Plus, you probably already seen my makeup tutorial, two-parter of me doing my makeup like this. And yeah, the blood drips are a little faded, but whatever, it's late at night. I had a long date, and I'm actually gonna do something I never did before, and that's a movie review. I'm going to do a movie review on Underworld Blood Wars. Now, for those of you who never heard of Underworld, go check it out, because I'm not gonna do a full-out summary of Underworld. But basically, it's about vampires and werewolves kicking each other's butts. Now, if you're like me, oh my god, I'm so happy Underworld is out. Man, I love Underworld. Underworld is my childhood, guys. I known this movie since I was like 5. Like, I would always be happy whenever one of the first two movies would come out on TV, and it was just so freaking cool. I love Underworld. I just love it so much. And this movie, the 5th movie, Blood Wars, oh my god, I just loved it. Me and my boyfriend went to go see it. We both love vampires and werewolves. We both love action movies. And it's just really freaking cool. So basically, Celine is basically an outcast now. She basically is an outcast from both vampires and werewolves. She's not accepted anymore. She's basically an outlaw in lots of ways. Like, no one wants her anymore because she killed Victor, her father figure. She killed a bunch of werewolves. She even killed her previous leader. And she just doesn't know what to do. And in the beginning of the movie, she's being hunted down by werewolves, and she kicks her ass, and she's like, leave me alone! Oh, sorry about that, I'm holding my phone. And then we get Theo James back. Oh my god, I love Theo James. I love him in these movies, and I also like him in the Divergent movie. Man, oh man, I am so happy that Theo James is back. He's cool. And I'm surprised that Kate Beckinsale looks really freaking good in her 40s. You go, Kate Beckinsale, you're my girl. And so, basically, she doesn't know where her daughter is because I guess in the last movie, in the time skip, her daughter's like, okay, Mom, I have to go hide, but I'm not going to tell you where I'm going to hide because since mainly vampires, I think also werewolves do this too, but I do know the vampires of these movies, once they bite one of the vampires, like one of the elders or whoever, I guess elders, we only seen elders do it to each other, but basically if a vampire gets bitten by another vampire and they drink some of their blood, but not all of it, they basically start seeing past images, like their memories of what they saw or didn't see. And they basically find out information about that. Like, that happens in the second movie. And so, yeah. And apparently, Eve, Celine's daughter, her blood is valuable because she's the only purebred hybrid out there. And Celine is kind of glad that she doesn't know where she is, but she also misses her only daughter. She never wanted any children. She didn't know she had a child after 12 years after giving birth. And she finally got a chance to be with her daughter and protect her daughter, and then all of a sudden her daughter ran away. And pretty much at this point, the vampire covens are screwed. They barely have any elders left. There's like 2 covens left, the north one and the east one. The west one and the south one are like dead. I guess humans just don't give a rat's ass about vampires and werewolves anymore. I don't know, they don't really explain what happened with the humans thing. I kind of remember what happened of the ending of the last movie. But yeah, basically, it went from humans being to a threat back to being lichens. Which I don't mind. I mean, kind of makes sense. Lichens were the first enemy in the first place. And once again, we got vampires and lichens as enemies. And man, does shit get down. Selene is just more vulnerable than ever. She's very distrustworthy of the Eastern Coven because pretty much all vampires and werewolves are dead at this point. She doesn't trust anybody except for Theo James' character with David. Yeah, she only trusts David. And some of the vampires, they go tell her, hey, we need your help because you're the only freaking elder vampire that knows how to kick someone's butt. And we don't know how to because we're dying over here. Help us. So she's like, okay, fine. So she goes, tries helping them. They meet David's father. And David's father, I don't really remember him that much in the other movie. He was kind of annoying, I guess. But he actually kind of sympathizes with Selene. He kind of gets where she's coming from. David is completely on her side as always. And then more crazy stuff goes out. And there's a lot of trailers going on. And also, apparently in this movie, for some reason, I guess the writers were trying to figure out what to do for a fifth movie. So they just collided the other 4 movies into one, but added a little bit more to it. And so after, like, a lot of stuff goes down and a lot of fighting, battle, Selene has to go to the Northern Cupboard, which is pretty much like the Arctic North or whatever, where it's freezing cold, and apparently it's so cold even vampires are wearing fur coats. I didn't get that part. And apparently she meets all these vampires that look like a bunch of people. It's like the writers or the directors kidnapped Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones, put her in a tube, and made copies of her for these vampires, because, oh my god, all I saw was copies of Daenerys Targaryen. And they're a very interesting culture. They're not like the other vampires of the Underworld series. They don't dress in all black, have black hair, and is filled with royalty. They wear fur coats. They have a little bit more of a religious, peaceful matter. And their leader is bald, and he wanted to give a sword to David, but apparently David refused because he was skeptical about something. Now, do you guys remember Amelia? The vampire that was semi-important in the other movies, but she died halfway through, so it didn't feel like she was that important. Well, apparently, she was super important because apparently Amelia was David's mother that he never knew about. And apparently his dad, by the way, spoiler, his dad dies kind of early in the movie. So David's father made him a sword completely out of silver. And it was like, holy crud, that's awesome. I would love a sword completely made out of silver. And David is wet. He just found out his mother was Amelia. He found out he saw his dad die in front of his own eyes. He has a handcrafted sword made by him, and that's the only thing he has left of his dad, and the only other thing he has left of his mother was her blood, and he drank the rest of it. And he saw that it was the truth. Then the lichens come in out of nowhere. They attack everyone, and apparently the lichens and the vampires are looking for Selene's daughter because she holds the key to ending this lichen and vampire war, which is kind of now driving everybody crazy, I guess. And the vampires are losing. They are losing the death dealers, and they're just screwed at this point. They don't know what to do. And then Selene, she fights Marius. She fights the new leader of the werewolves, and she is trying to kick his ass. But then once he starts transforming into a werewolf, they're outside the Coven gates where it's all snowy and ice. And apparently he does transform into a werewolf, but his face is still human. And she's like, what are you? And we only know 2 other hybrids that are like this. Michael and Eve. they're not full-out werewolf. When they transform into wolf cells, they don't go full-out werewolf. And then, all of a sudden, like, Selene gets killed. Yeah, she gets killed by, like I said, they cram all 4 of the other movies together, and apparently one of those stories was, apparently one of the death dealers of the East Coven, a redhead chick, apparently she was actually Marius's girlfriend. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of cute. I actually believe these two are in love, even though there was only one scene together. And apparently this redhead chick vampire is kind of afraid of her Leo. I forget her Leo's name, but she's kind of annoying. I don't care for the vampire Leo. She's meh. But she fears her because this vampire person wants power. Nothing but power. And to be honest, it's such a cliche from villains. At this point, it's like, who gives a shit if you want power? Please do something else. So, yeah, Selene gets killed, and she keeps on telling everybody, I don't know where my daughter is. I don't know where my daughter is. And then finally, the redhead vampire, she takes a bite from Selene, I guess. I don't know, but she ends up getting blood of Selene, and she's like, yeah, Marius, she's telling the truth. She doesn't know where her daughter is, and Marius just flat out kills Selene because he's pissed off and everything, and he calls all the werewolves out. And apparently these northern vampires, I guess you can say they believe in the spirit world or something, but they believe there's another world besides this one, and they wrap up in a mummy so she can get resurrected or something. I don't know, or it helps them heal if they're, like, dead or something. I don't know, but something like that happens. And then they all go back to the Eastern Cupboard. David tries to convince all the other vampire elders that he is the rightful heir of the Eastern Cupboard. They all take a sip of their own blood, or was it, Amelia's blood? I don't know, but they take a sip of somebody's blood, and then all of a sudden, they're like, yeah, he is the heir. Hey, vampire woman person, yeah, you're going to go in jail. So they lock her up. She's tipped off, and apparently she had, like, this second command guy that she obviously only used for sex. He betrays her. I actually kind of like when that happens, because you know all those generic evildoers, they always have somebody that they use for sex sometimes, and well, I just realized how generic this villain is. I actually thought she was kind of cool, but the more I think about it, she was mostly generic. Oh well, but, so anywho, they have a big battle. David is trying to make sure that all these vampires win, and then, in the middle of the battle, these Lycans, they got, like, these cannon bullets, and they're busting the castle up, and they're using the bust up castle to shine sunlight so they can kill all the vampires. And it's like, holy motherfucker, no freaking way, the werewolves are getting smart. They are trying to win this war, and vampires are nearly extinct. David is scared out of his mind. There's one scene where he saves the evildoer's ex-second in command, and it's so freaking cool. Everybody is dying, there's bloodshed all over the place, and then guess who comes over? Selene, with her cat suit, a new fur coat. Still don't understand why vampires need fur coats. And she's got little blonde streaks in her hair, which makes her hair look longer. I actually think she looks pretty cool in it. And apparently northern vampires move extra fast, I guess, which it baffles me that a good chunk of them die. I don't know. But she kicks some ass. She kills Marius, and oh my god, we've been waiting what happens to Michael, and it's revealed Marius killed Michael. Yes, she was kicking his ass, and all of a sudden she got like a tip of Marius's blood on her lip, and she tasted, and she saw that basically Marius he found Michael when the humans were still attacking, I guess, and it was so sad, guys. And then she kills Marius, and this video is getting long, so bye.